most sacred laws of all was the law of hospitality. If you rode into a Celtic village, before they asked you your name, before they asked you your business, they offered you food, they offered you drink, they offered you a bath, they offered you a fresh horse. And even if you're coming to declare war. Now, if you're coming to declare war, you make your declaration and leave. There is safe conduct for the messenger. But all of this would be offered to you. And there's a great Celtic or a Scottish story that illustrates this. Now, during the time I'm talking about, the Celts were the best spinners and weavers in the world. In fact, if you, outside of Asia, of course, if you walked into Rome with a bolt of Celtic woven wool, it would fetch 6 times the price of Roman woven wool. And they created this herringbone check that my kirtle, this long garment I'm wearing, is called. And they also created the plaid. Now, in the ancient times, there was no tribal identity to what plaid you wear. But this Scottish story actually takes place in the 1600s, when they were wearing the tartan to identify what clan you belonged to. And this is a story between the Campbells and the MacDonalds. Now, at the juncture of the history of these two clans, the chieftain of each clan had a young son, and this was to be the young son's very first battle. And in the heat of the battle, the Campbell killed the MacDonald son. But at the gloaming tide, a mist arose upon the moors, and the young son, the young Campbell boy, got separated from his brothers, and he wandered the moors for many an hour, till he found a house with a light upon it. And he went and he knocked upon the door, and the door was opened by an old man who had been weeping and wailing. And the lad looked at him and said, "Sir, I'm lost. I seek hospitality." And the old man said, "Aye, come in. Sit down at my hearth. I'll make you a bit of porridge." And the old man started to cook the porridge, when the door burst open, and in came a band of young men. And they looked at the lad, and they looked at the old man, and they grabbed the old man, and they drug him aside. They said, "Father, do you know who you've got at your hearth? That's the very lad that killed your young son. Let us at him, Father. Let us kill him." And the old man straightened up, and he said, "No, I'll not have the laws of hospitality broken in my house." And he sent the young sons out. And by this point, the Campbell boy's getting a wee bit nervous. And the man said, "I knew who you were when you came to my door by the tartan that you were wearing. You saw me prepare this food with my own hands. Eat. There's a bed. Sleep. I'll guard your door tonight to make sure my sons do nothing rash. In the morning, there'll be a horse waiting for you. But you better be gone by the dawn, or then I'm after you." And the lad ate, and I'm sure he didn't sleep very well that night. And the next morning, he got on the horse and rode back to his clan, and that's how we have these stories. And that's how important hospitality were to these people.